Nepal is turning into a case study, a textbook example of what competitive nationalism can make you do. Nepal's leaders are fighting for power and they believe the best way to secure their credentials is by taking on India. So the Prime Minister gets more shrill by the day. From mocking India's national emblem to fixing a map and claiming India's territories and now banning India's news channels, it seems Prime Minister Sharma Oli has tried it all, or not all perhaps. The Prime Minister went one step further today. He claims that Hindu deity Lord Rama was a Nepali, not an Indian, and that India has set up a fake Ayodhya. I'm not making up any of this. You have to listen to what the Prime Minister of Nepal said. History, geography, diplomacy, is getting all of it wrong. I can tell you, we played this over 3 times to make sure he said what we heard he said. But let me put the facts out for you. Ayodhya is the birthplace of Lord Rama. According to Hindu mythology, the city of Ayodhya, according to geography, is located in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. But misleading the world with alternative history and alternative facts is a trick from the Chinese playbook. And now it seems Nepal is drawing lessons from China in more ways than one. Let's also look at what else Prime Minister Oli has been learning from China. First, banning media, muzzling the free press and relying on propaganda. And second, questioning an age-old status quo just to divert attention from the crisis at home. Nepal has accused the Indian media of unfair reportage and rumour-mongering. Private Indian channels have been taken off air in Nepal. This happened on the 9th of July. The government of Sharma Oli confirmed the ban over the weekend. They said that the blackout will remain in place until Indian channels change their approach. Well, we cannot speak for other channels, but our reports are based on facts and we do not plan to change this approach. What needs to change, though, is the Nepal government's approach. The indiscriminate use of territorial nationalism, the villainizing of India to score brownie points from China, that needs to change. It may work for a while, or it may seem like it's working for a while, but the law of diminishing returns always sets in and people come out to protest, demanding accountability, not rhetoric. All of this is happening in Kathmandu. Plus, the Prime Minister is struggling to keep his chair. There's no political resolution in sight. Now, Nepal Supreme Court has entered the picture. The court has issued a show-cause notice to the government of Nepal. The notice asks one simple question. Why are Nepalese working in India not included in the foreign employment category? Why indeed? Unlike the Nepalese working in other countries, those working in India do not need labour permits or insurance. Nepal's Foreign Employment Act of 2007 rules out discrimination based on the country of employment. I do not want to get into the legalities of this law. My point is very simple. What is being portrayed as a bane is actually a boon for the people of Nepal working in India. India has never treated Nepalese workers as foreigners. There are close to 8 million of them working in India as we speak. They have access to an open border. They do not need a visa or a work permit. So the current status is actually in favor of Nepal. Not just its people, but also the government. The government of Nepal does not have to provide financial support or other compensation to its citizens working in India. But recently, a petition was filed by the Forum for National Building Nepal. That's what they call themselves. The court's show-cause notice was in response to this petition. The government has not replied because it's busy saving itself. The rift in the ruling party, the Nepal Communist Party, remains as wide as ever. As we've been telling you, there are 2 sides. One led by Prime Minister Sharma Oli, the other by the party's co-chair Pushp Kamal Dahal. Now they're fighting over nationalism. There's a tug of war to prove who is a bigger nationalist. Dahal has hit out at Oli, saying no one can have a monopoly on this. That's because Oli tried to take the entire credit for changing Nepal's map. You know the map when Nepal depicted Indian territories, Limpi, Adura, Lipu Lake and Kalapani as its own. That is the map they're fighting over. The new map was signed into the constitution last month. Oli claims credit for it. Dahal won't let him, so they continue to fight. Clearly, this desperation to impress China by burning bridges with India is doing Nepal no good. you.